Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. I'm incredibly happy with how it looks and how different, yet how well all of these names flow together. So they all look quite unique and individual, but they all make a nice cohesive design, and that was kind of my goal for this. And I also had a lot of fun with letter stacking. I went pretty nuts with this design and stacking all of the letters. So this is actually pretty darn difficult to read. Everything's quite clear and simple, but I use all of these little tiny rules here that I don't do in all of the designs, so I have the letters stacked. And we'll talk about that when we get to that. Anyway, so this script is made by combining these dot modifiers and line modifiers on these 4 different shaped letter stems. So those different letter stems make the rows, and then these modifiers make the columns. And then vowels are smaller circles, vowel, 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 and they have different positions depending on what vowel they are and if they're attached to one of the consonants. So then there are letter stacking rules, which we'll go ahead and get to in this first word, because this first word is actually all one big letter stack. That's why it's all concentric like this. So we have our sentence circle, this black ring going around the outside, so sentence circle. And then our word circle is this thin one inside it. So there's only one letter stack, one letter in this word, and it is a completed circle inside our word circle. So completed circle inside the word circle, which means every single letter is either a vowel or in this row. Okay, so let's figure out what those letters are. So we have this one, which has no modifiers, no dots, and no lines. Lines count when they end on a letter stem, so these ones passing through do not count. So that would make it a J. And then we have this letter, which is another completed circle inside the word circle, still in this row. And there are 1, 2, 3 dots, so that makes it an L. So we have J and L as our consonants, and then our vowels are these 3 here. This one, and this one are all inside that consonant stem, all in this space here, which means they're E's, I's, or U's. And the E has no lines on it, so this one here is an E. This one has one line on it, and it's going kind of towards the middle of the word circle, so more towards the center than away towards the outside. So that would be an I, and then we have this one, which has a line going outwards away from the middle of the word circle, making it a U. And then there's a slash through it. So this slash and that thickness difference is what determines the letter order. So let's go ahead and look at our letter stacking rules. So letters with the same stem can be stacked. Consonants are read before vowels. So let's take a look at our consonants. So we had that J. Ooh, this is like not showing up. J. There we go. And then we have the L. So those are our 2 consonants, J and L. And then we have the I, E, and U. So these 2 have the same thickness. I should read that. So consonants are read before vowels, so we have the I, U, and E. Okay, so currently we have them set up like this. So we know that our consonants are before our vowels. Neat. Okay, and then you read thin to thick. So this thin line here is the J. So that J is in front of the L. So we're going to move that there. J goes in front of the L. This thick one is the L, so it's there. And now for the vowels, we have 2 that are the same thickness. That would be the U and the I. Both of those are thin. And then we have the E at the end. Neat. So that's how that works. And then we have the slash. So read thin to thin, same thicknesses, same letter. We have all different thicknesses of lines here, so we're not going to worry about that. And then each slash through a vowel moves it up 1 letter in the stack. Okay, so this is the U, and the U has 1 slash, so it goes up 1 letter. And there we have Julie. And that is how that crazy letter stacking works. So J-U-L-I-E, J-U, L-I-E. So that's all of that in one kind of letter stack, which is pretty neat and one of the cool things you can do in the script. So that's that word. This one doesn't have any, well, it does have the J and the O stacked, but otherwise it's got 3 letter stems. 1, 2, 3 letter stems in our word circle. And the first letter stem here is a completed circle inside the word circle, J, and it has an O attached to it. And consonants are read before vowels, so that would be J-O, J-O. And then we have this deep divot, so we're in this top row, and there are 1, 2 lines ending on it. So these lines sweep around and end on it. So 2 lines ending on it make it an H. H. And then last but not least, we have this circle inside the word circle, just like the J. Lines that pass through don't count, but 1 line ends on it. So in the 1 line column, that would be an N. So that would be John. Okay, this one has some more crazy letter stacking. So here we have a bunch of letters all in the same position. So the A position, when it's attached to circles inside the word circle, are right in line with it, which this one is here. So we've got another crazy letter stack. So let me go ahead and write it out. So our consonants are a deep circles inside the word circle. This one has 1, 2, 3 lines. So that makes it an M. So 3 lines is an M. Then we have this inside the word circle with no lines. So that would be a J. And then we have 2 vowels. We have an E right here, centered inside those 2 consonants, and then the A outside that. So in this letter stack, we are going to start with the consonants. So we have all of these letters in the stack. Doesn't really matter at this point what order they are in. So let's go through it again. Consonants are read before vowels. So let's put the consonants in front of the vowels, like that. Okay. And then read thin to thick. So here's our thin one. This one is the J. So that J goes there. And then we have the M, and then we have a thin A. This is the A outside the word circle. And a thick E. So A before E. And then we have a slash through a vowel moves it up 1 letter in the stack. So bam, that moves it up 1 letter in the stack because that A has a slash on it. So J-A-M-E is this letter stack. And then our last letter is this shallow divot here, which would be the S. So shallow divot with 3 lines makes it an S. So that would be James. Hey, here we have another crazy letter stack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters are in this stack. We have these 2 consonants that are the same thickness. This one, which is a thinner line than these ones, so this will be first. Those 2 will be second. And then we have these guys here. So let's go ahead and write them out like we have been doing before. So we have these circles inside the word circle. So we're in this row again. These 2 are the same thickness, so it's the same letter twice, and it has 1 line ending on it. So that would be an N and an N. And then we have this one, which is a J, just like all the other J's, no modifiers on it. And then we have an E here, because it doesn't have any lines on it. So an E has no lines on it. Those are slashes like that one. So that will move the vowels just like that one. And then we have this I, like that. Okay, so we have the 2 N's, the double N, and then the J, and then the E, and then the I. So let's go ahead and put them all together. So again, consonants read before vowels. Here are the 2 vowels. And then thin to thick. The thin one is the J. And then we have the N's. And then we have the E. And then we have the I. And then there are 2 slashes through the E, so we move it up 1, 2 letters. So we have the J-E-N-N-I stack here. And then we have the F, which is a deep divot like this with 3 lines. So deep divot, 3 lines, makes it an F. F. Oh, that was Command F. I need just a regular F. Go away. Be gone. F. And then we have another vowel, and that one's all by itself, just on the line of the word circle, so that's a plain E. And then we have our last letter, which is an R. Shallow divot with 3 dots. We check again up here. We have a shallow divot with 3 dots is an R. So there we have Jennifer. Lovely. All right, now we have this name, which is actually much simpler than all the others because there isn't much letter stacking happening. The only stack is this O attached to that D. So let's go through it. And we have consonants before vowels, so we read the D. And then we have the O. Circle on the line of the consonant stem like this would be an O. So this deep divot with a circle right here would be an O. So D-O. So 1, 2, 3 dots on the D. And these 1, 2, 3, 4 dots are all closest to this consonant stem, then this one. And consonants, dots, count on the closest consonant stem without any lines. So D-O, and then we have 1, 2, 3 lines on the circle inside the word circle. So this stem with 3 lines is an M. M. Then we have this I, line going inwards. This N has 1 line on it, just like this N here. 1 line ending there. N, I, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on that circle inside the word circle is a C. So there we have Dominic, D-O-M-I-N-I-C. And then we have this name here, which again, fairly simple, no letter stacking except for 1 vowel there. So we have a consonant with a vowel on it. So that consonant stem is this one, a circle inside the word circle. So we're in this row. And then we have that vowel, which has a line going inwards, so like that green line there, which makes it an I. So we have an N, I. And then we have an E right on the line of the word circle, just like that E. Then we have this shallow divot, so we're in this row with 1 line on it, so that would be V, and then another E, just like that one. So there's Eve's name, if I'm pronouncing that. And then last but not least, we have this sentence circle around this word circle, and it starts with the letter A outside the word circle, like that. Then we have 1, 2 dots on this circle on the line of the word circle. So that would be a Y. And then 1, 2, 3 dots on this circle inside the word circle, which is an L. So 3 dots. And this dot here is actually a smidge closer to this circle than to this circle, which is why it counts here and not here. So that little smidge in there does matter. But if you can just see the 2 dots here and see the 3 dots there, that also works. And then we have an A at the end of it right there, just like that A. So A, Y, Y, L, L, A. And that's that name. So those are all of the names in this design. Names are tricky for me because they all have a bunch of different spellings. So I can tell, I can sight read this and I can tell what it all says, but you'll have to tell me for sure. This is what you said in the quote. I've had people, type the wrong name in and then I just write that and then I can fix that. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. This has been a rambly video. Yay for letter stacking, but all the stacks are fun and they make things look good, I think, because I really like all that concentric circle stuff happening in this. So yeah, I hope you like your design. I'm really proud of it as well. Oh, one more thing. I did have these names, I did kind of cut these out and I have them sent to you individually, and if you'd like to use them for that, they have the start markers, that's the only difference, so that way you can spin them, rotate them, and you'll still tell where the bottom is, because a completed circle, you can't tell where the bottom is if you don't have anything to reference it to. So this is clearly a line. So it's either the bottom is this way or the bottom is this way, and because, I'm rambling. It's been a long day. I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording here and let you have your design. Bye.